lovely people, welcome to today's vlog. I literally filmed this all completely just then and then accidentally deleted it as I was deleting another one that went wrong. So we're doing this for the third time. Whew. God give me grace. Anyway.
Holy Spirit, activate, activate, activate. All right, let's go.
So I hope you guys are well. This week is World Book Day and I thought it would be very fitting to do a book review kind of vlog, but don't worry, it's not going to be a boring book review. Pardon me. It's just going to be a chilled one. It's going to be fun. Also, I kind of look like I'm in CBeebies about to tell you all a story. So, if anything, I just hope you have appreciated the aesthetic. Anyway, let's get on with this. This book review doesn't really have a theme. Like, I didn't say, okay, we're going to be doing 5 books all about justice or 5 books about this. I was going to try and do 5 books, but I accidentally did 6 because I love books so much. All of these books as well should be good from the age of about 15. Actually, no, maybe a bit younger, 14 to like mid-20s. But I would say maybe 15 or 16 for some of them. I'll let you know which ones maybe you want to be a bit older for. Anyway, we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna start. We're gonna press go. So the first book that I have is called The Hate You Give. You've probably heard about this book. It's by Angie Thomas. And during a lot of the Black Lives Matter protests in 2019 or 2020? In 2020, I believe it was. This book was recommended a lot for teenagers who are trying to understand racism in modern day USA, Britain, in contexts that we can understand quite easily. So this book is about a girl and she is black. She's being raised up in quite a poor neighbourhood but goes to quite a posh school. And it's all about her kind of trying to fit into both of those spaces. And then a situation arises where injustice occurs and she basically stands up to it, and she's an incredible activist. And it's all about this character and her journey of being an activist and how she's standing up for what is wrong and standing up for what is wrong, standing up for what is right in the midst of stuff going on that's wrong. And it's just really inspiring. If you want to be a justice warrior, if you want to fight for injustice, read this book. It is so inspiring and motivating and just like, wow, I want to be like her. Even though it's fiction, still give it a go, read it, really recommend. The next book is a bit of like a random one. I'd say this is probably like, when I said, oh, maybe 16 plus, this one's probably it. It's called Airhead by Emily Maitlis. And I read this because I'm studying journalism as part of my degree, and I just love hearing about different journalists' experience, and this is a fun, light-hearted take on a lot of her work. And she was a journalist. It's about being a woman in the media, and just some of the people she's interviewed. It's just a lot of fun, and also it's got some really important stuff in about like the Me Too movement, about Donald Trump before he rose to power, and just different people that she's interviewed. And so it's both funny but also really powerful as well. So I really recommend this if you're interested in the media, how that works, being a woman in the media, just things like that. It's also just really fun read. Next one is Crazy Love by Frances Chan. This book I actually read because after the Tearfund Emerging Influencers course, which if you haven't done, maybe you should check it out and maybe go on it when they next run one, because it's flipping amazing. Actually, scrap maybe, definitely go on it. Why wouldn't you spend some time learning about justice and how to be a justice warrior as a teenager, as a mid-teen, as an adult, as young adult, basically any age. Just, it's incredible. But anyway, this book I started reading because we started a book club afterwards with a few of us from the course, because it was like mid-lockdown, literally nothing was going on, everything was shut, so everyone was just spending their life on Zoom, and there was a few of us who were doing gap years or who were at uni and didn't have that much to do, so we read Crazy Love together. It's basically all about how much God loves us and how God's love for us is overwhelming. It's so easy to read. Like, I wrote in it because I loved it that much, and it's really fun actually to read with other people. I really recommend like getting a bunch of friends from maybe your youth group or your student group and just chatting to them about it. I really recommend this book. My next book is Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry by Mildred D. Taylor. This book is all about a family living in the 1930s depression, a black family facing racism and also just like the impacts of the depression on them, and their ancestors and how slavery from years and years ago was still impacting them in that time. It's really fascinating because it's actually written in the perspective of like an 11-year-old girl as part of this family. And I think a lot of the time when you learn about history at school, like people are left behind and people's stories are left behind. And it's just good to seek out those stories and to learn more. It's not a true story, but it's so powerful, and it's a story that could easily have been truthful or set on the truth. Such a good book, and really challenging as well actually, and makes you think about your actions. So really, really good. My fifth book, I thought I had to, if I was doing a book review, I had to talk about Agatha Christie, because I think she is one of the best murder mystery writers ever. Agatha Christie, my favourite one, Murder on the Orient Express, it's a flipping classic. If you haven't read Agatha Christie and you like thrillers or murder, like crime kind of solving, read her. Why haven't you read her? I don't understand. It's incredible, and it's really easy to read. It's one of those books that you can read on holiday. You can probably switch off like with it, and also they have a motion action film thing of it with lots of famous people in it, so it's quite fun watching that. And she's got another one called The Murder on the Nile, I think, Nile, I think, and that is out in cinemas at the moment. This is not a promo for Agatha Christie, but it kind of is, because I friggin' love it. And I've not watched that yet, but I will make sure to review it because it's flipping awesome. Anyway, that's just a light read. My last and final one is Becoming by Michelle Obama. I think Michelle Obama is a girl boss. She is just awesome. I just think some people in this world, you're like, flip, I want to learn as much as I can from them. And Michelle Obama is one of the people that you want to learn from. This book is hefty, but it's worth it. And I think a lot of the time, when you're reading like from political writers or people who have been in the political sphere, it can be, and their biographies, it can be quite propaganda-ish and quite like, look, it was me, I did all the right things, I did everything good, like believe in me, I was a good person. But this book is just truthful and honest, and really generous in her writing. She's really raw, and I just love it, and I think it's just incredible. It's a really, really good book, and I just highly recommend it to anyone, especially if you want to get into politics or you want to fight justice and you want to see that in politics and in that kind of area, but also in charities and the work that she did on the side. That, my friends, is my top 6 books for anyone to read. I really recommend, like, go find a book that go find a book that, there we go, find a book that interests you. You might not think any of those ring your bell that you kind of want to read, but go and search for books. I also think reading books from different people who, you know, you might not have considered what you want to read. So like, go out of your comfort zone when you're reading. My top tips for reading is like, read a book. I always like read kind of like a political book, and then I read like a fun book, and then I go back to political or like Christian, and then like secular fun, kind of like Agatha Christie, and then I'll go back to that. I really like murder mysteries. I really love Christian books. John Mark Comer is another author who I really recommend. He's a really easy writer to read, and just very truthful and, again, honest and really open about his experiences. Also, before I go, today I'm actually filming this on Pancake Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday. So I wanted to give you all a challenge before I go. What are you giving up for Lent? You've probably like watched this. It's probably like at least a week into Lent by the time this comes out. But I'm just interested, like, what are you giving up? What are you taking on? Put it in the comments below. Even if you haven't started yet, just try it. Maybe read the Bible a bit more, read a chapter a day, or pray once a day with a friend, or I don't know, write an Instagram post every day that will encourage someone. I'm for Lent, I'm deleting all social media. Tonight, I'm gonna delete everything. I don't wanna hear from any of it. I do wanna hear from my friends, but not on social media. I just think sometimes it's good to have a rest from that. And I actually, last time I deleted social media for Lent was during like 2019, or was it 2020? 2020, as the pandemic literally hit. Like, it hit during Lent in, like, for the UK. And I deleted Instagram, and then like 2 weeks in I was like, oh, I might not have any other way to talk to my friends, and then I like re-downloaded it really quickly. So this time, full on, no looking at it at all. So you can keep me accountable. If you see my name like pop on Instagram, be like, Days, go away. You're not wanted here. Maybe don't be that harsh, but anyway. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you enjoy Lent and have a brilliant Easter. I'll be back with you by then. But yeah, I'll see you really soon. Lots of love.